Alright, what's going on, guys? We are back with Claymore, chapter 127, Claws and Fangs of the Abyss, part 8. Some housekeeping really quick. I'm going to be on vacation for like the next, I want to say like a week, 2 weeks. So I obviously didn't want to leave you guys hanging, right, without any chapters during the time that I'm away. So I'm going to be recording the next, I want to say like 3 or so chapters. So that's going to explain why you're going to see me in this exact same outfit, exact same haircut, for the next couple of chapters. So yeah, yeah. I mean that's really it. Like I said, I didn't want to leave you guys for the next week or two without any chapters. So I just thought, it'd be better to, record like a couple chapters all in one go before I leave and have them scheduled to come out, a couple days throughout the next couple weeks. And it will be as if I never left, right? So yeah. So chapter 126, we got kind of like at least what I would assume to be like the definitive end of the organization, right? With the death of Limt or whatever his name is. So we got that. But also, interestingly enough, we also got to see like a little peek of like the kind of dragonoid species thing or whatever that exists in the other country, right? And then like a little bit more like kind of the reasoning of like the yokas and the yomas and how they've come to be and things like that. So it was a really nice chapter in terms of just like information. But where do we go from here, right? I'm excited to find out. So yeah, let's go. All right. Cassandra, interesting. I honestly thought that we were not going to see her for like the rest of this series, honestly. Man. All right. All right. So I'm sorry about what I did to you. It's all right. I understand your position as number 10. At least we are both alive. Everyone knows what you did for us later. The twins are sure to offer thanks for saving their lives. I'm shocked. That little brat is still alive and grew up to be this big? I recognized you at a glance. Time passes, but warriors look the same. I'm looking for Clare. Do you have any information about her? We've got more than info. Until recently, we've been with her these 7 years. Then Clare is... Yeah, she's alive, but she's in a difficult situation. Difficult situation. It's a long story that spans our assignment up north to the present. Claire spent 7 years looking for you and risked her life for vengeance. So Claire willingly fused with that giant rampaging monster and the one she wanted to get revenge on? That's how it looked to us. If she hadn't, we would have lost our lives. I believe Claire is alive inside that thing, but even Galatea couldn't be sure. What is it? Is something wrong? I don't like it. This could be a very bad development. What do you mean? The remaining Abyssal ones said the same thing as the residual will of Claire's object of revenge. I didn't hear it clearly, but her mouth moved the same way. I don't know how, but the 3 revived Abyssal ones are related to Claire's opponent. And instead of just ignoring us and leaving the remaining one, appeared to be pulled by some kind of force. Huh? Pulled by something. That's it, damn it. Wait. So instead of just ignoring us and leaving, the remaining one appeared... Okay. So yeah, it makes sense because obviously, a part of Priscilla is inside of all the 3 Abyssal ones, right? So I wonder if it's... Because previously I had assumed that Cassandra had no interest in the ghosts, right, and the Claymores, and just left to maybe wander and do her own thing, right? But now seemingly what Miria is saying is that no, like at least it looks like that having a part of Priscilla inside her, it's almost like Priscilla is like calling Cassandra to come to her or something like that, or at least Cassandra is like seeking her out maybe. If that truly is happening, then that is really interesting. Um, Alright, so she was headed toward where the sun sets. In her path lie Lotric in the western lands, and the holy city of Rabona in the central lands of Toulouse. What? So is that what it is? Oh, dude, Priscilla just went up like another notch, dude. Like, and this is assuming that this is what it is, but Priscilla is calling, at least what I think it is. Priscilla is calling Cassandra over because she's like, yo, break me out of this. If that's the case, man, that is so cool that Priscilla, even trapped in that cocoon, that she can do that. That's insane. That's really cool, man. Okay. So if some kind of power, including Clare, is keeping her opponent sealed, then what could break the seal is her own power from the outside. It's going to unleash on the holy city of Rabona, a power you say is greater than an abyssal one's. Damn it, I can't believe it. I carried that thing here. It isn't all your fault. Everyone, including myself, took it here, or took it there. We've got to stop her. We've got to defeat that abyssal one before it reaches Rabona. But then, what about Clare? And then there's the question that Clare would be trapped in there. Like, who knows if she will ever get out if Cassandra, or if that little bit of Priscilla doesn't break the cocoon, right? But I'm sure Claire, what's the word I'm looking for? Claire took that into account when she made that decision, right? I mean, that's the kind of person. I mean, she would do anything to stop Priscilla, right? The one that she's. I mean, her whole goal has been to, you know, to go after Priscilla. So like, I'm sure took that into account. Full well knowing that it will be very hard for me to ever get out of this cocoon, right? So I don't think she's really sweating that too much. Anyway. If we leave the seal in place, we'll never get Claire out. Besides, we're talking about an abyssal one. Could all of us together even beat her? She killed Hysteria and defeated and ate the other one. She's the strongest of the three. Then what do you suggest? Nothing difficult. It's quite simple. If we can't stop her, then we get Claire out on our own beforehand. What? And how is that possible? But if we do that, we don't know how the Abyssal One headed for Rabona will undo the seal, but the worst case would be those two synchronizing and forcing it to open. Then Claire's opponent would be even stronger. Could you imagine? Priscilla fused with Cassandra? Like, I could not even fathom what that would look like. Power-wise, like, oh my god. Anyway. So we should undo the seal first and loose a distinct individual at the Abyssal One. If it goes well, the Abyssal One will regain its senses. Then, if they square off, there's a small chance that an opportunity may arise. That's asking a lot. Do you really think that will happen? I don't know. It does sound like a miracle, but at the moment a miracle doesn't seem entirely implausible. When Claire was searching for the boy up north, I thought it was a waste of time. There was no way short of a miracle that a boy sold into slavery could survive those war-torn lands. And also, I feel like Rocky did have Priscilla's arm like stuck in his back, right? So the key is Rocky, obviously, right? It's got to be him. But the problem is they have to get there before Cassandra, and that's gonna be tough. But it's like, how do we cut Claire, like, you know, separate Claire from Priscilla in that cocoon without, you know, undoing the seal altogether and releasing all of them, right? Yeah, it's gonna be really tough. I don't see how they could do that, honestly. Anyway. But that boy is here with us now. If Claire hadn't had faith, we might still be up north and never having found him. So here's what I think. Miracles aren't something you wish for. You seize them using your own strength. The way I see it, your declaration that the seven of us would defeat the organization was more unrealistic than the idea of finding the boy. Huh? But now that both have come true, your naive words touch me profoundly. Yep. um, so what do we do? Even at top speed, I'm not sure we could reach Rabona first. We could overtake the Abyssal one, but I would prefer to stay far enough away that she doesn't sense our Yoma energy. Well, I've got an idea. I came here by ship. If we follow the southern coastline and cut past the peninsula and cross the gulf, we'll reach the central lands. By ship. It would only take half the time. I bet that's how those guys in Black got around, by using hidden ships and ports. I see. I see what you mean. Alright, let's do it. That way we should get there in plenty of time. Sorry, but you're coming with us. It'll be dangerous, but your voice might reach Clare better than ours. If it means seeing Clare again, I go wherever or not you invited me. Are we going to get like a little like on sea kind of like, it's not gonna be like a full arc, but like it's really just the prospect of seeing these characters out on sea is like actually really interesting. It's like I mean, it is a breath of fresh air, but yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool to see that. Mister, are you going somewhere? Hey now, guys, you're free now, so don't look so down. With all these new sisters, you'll be fine without me. They like him. I guess that's because he saved them. Hey, it would be great if that guy really could draw out Claire, but there's a high possibility she'll come out raw. What about that? She could come out like she was before treatment. Then we would have to do it right then and there. If that boy sees it, well, Claire wouldn't want him to see that. I mean... What? Wait, what the hell just happened? I have to turn back really quick because like first of all I want to process like what they're talking about. So like that she could come out like she was before treatment, because obviously I mean I guess what they mean is like she like fully awakened to go up against Priscilla, right? And if that boy sees it, well, Claire wouldn't want him to see that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys might have to like clarify that for me in the comments. Like, so when they say, on this, let's see if I can clarify that. So when they say that, you know, that Rocky like Claire wouldn't want Rocky to see that. I'm guessing like because she is, you know, she turned essentially. Claire wouldn't want to see Rocky wouldn't want Rocky to see, you know, the other Claymores cutting her down because she's just become a lost cause in her kind of like, you know, in her kind of need for vengeance against Priscilla or something like that. Is that what they're trying to say, or am I totally off with that? Or is it just that Claire wouldn't want Rocky to see, you know, the state that she's in or something like that? She could come out like she was before treatment. It could also, because the last time we saw Claire, like half her, right, like the whole bottom half of her body was like completely cut off, right? So maybe they're referring to that, like treatment. Is that what they're referring to? That Claire wouldn't want Rocky to see her in that state, that torn up state that she was in. Cause yeah, now that I think about it, that was the last time we saw her, right? And that when she was like basically cut in half. And then I think even after that, she was literally chopped into pieces, right? So like, okay, yeah, okay. I think that's what they mean. Anyway, let's get back to this page where Deneva literally just tore off her shirt. Yeah, I don't even know, like, why. I love how Helen's just like, hey, Deneva. What is she? Hey, what are you? Take a good look. This is what our bodies are like. Whoa. Deneva, what are you? We warriors and even those trainees you helped are all like this. And that includes your dear Clare. It is likely that if Claire comes out in Rabona, she will look this way or similar. By similar, I mean without being treated, which means we would have to do it. After she will look like this. Remember this well. This is what we are like. It's what Claire's body is like. If you see Claire and can accept her condition, then you must not hesitate to hold her to you. Ella's just like, quit flashing your boobs. The trainees are shocked. Oh, right. Mister, we. What? Like, obviously they wouldn't show that to us, right? Um, obviously they would not show that, but then again, this manga has never been shy about nudity, right? Um, but now it's just like obviously it just begs the obvious question, like what the hell like are their bodies like? Um, I mean, I would think that like they've had to regenerate themselves like so many times throughout this entire series, right? That like I wonder if their body just like over like because of that, just because of how much damage they've taken over the years, you can actually see, like the kind of the wear and tear on their body, if that makes sense. I wonder if that's what she's kind of referring to, but that it's just so bad and it's so ugly that it's like almost like monstrous or something. But that's not gonna matter to Rocky in the least, unless she has like a fucking like arm or like a face growing out of her torso or something like that. I don't imagine it's anything like too bad, right? Um, Again, it's really hard to like speculate or visualize anything because they didn't show us. But yeah, I don't know, man. Um, but anyway, and again, Helen, she's so great, man. Just like throwing the shirt at Deneva, she's just like, quit flashing your boobs, man. All right. Sorry I acted like I was never coming back, but I will when all this is over, and we'll have a good time. Mister, you've got to go. Or, you've got to. Okay, we'll be waiting. You gotta promise. Yeah, I promise. He had me scared for a moment. Tabitha, I wanted you two to stay. I wanted you two to stay and heal the warriors, but I knew you said that, so I already did everything I could. One of the warriors had an instinct for it, and with a little instruction soon surpassed me, so I'm done here. This fateful bond goes back to the war-torn North 7 years ago. We all want to help Claire. Obviously, it has to involve everybody, right? Even the notion of having these three stay behind, like I would be like totally against that. Everyone has to be there. Like you guys are a group, man. Um, Anyway, all right, we go together. We set out at sunrise tomorrow for the holy city of Rabona. And you know what that means? That means we're gonna see my girl Galatea again, man. I'm hyped for that. Also, Clarice and Miata should be there too, right? So that'll be interesting. Um, but yeah, this was a really cool chapter, just kind of like setting the stage for what is to come next. I'm assuming the next like major arc of like saving Claire, right? Um, yeah, I feel like they don't really have like that much of a plan. I mean, they know how they're gonna get there, how they're going to, or at least how they hope to beat Cassandra there. But in terms of getting, Claire separated from Priscilla and having Priscilla, still sealed inside, but getting Claire out, I feel like that's still up in the air. But obviously, Rocky is the key to all of this, right? Because, like I said earlier, like a while back, he did have Priscilla's arm like lodged into his back, and that's what was taken out to use to help reanimate the three abyssal ones, Roxanne, Cassandra, and Hysteria, right? So I wonder, I don't know if it works like this, but I wonder if like like did some of Priscilla like maybe remain inside Rocky or somehow maybe like some of her blood or something like that. I don't even know how that would work, but yeah, I don't know. All I know is that I mean that's the most logical thing. All we know for sure is that Priscilla is trying to call Cassandra over to break her out. And I wonder, like, is it just specifically Priscilla needing someone incredibly powerful that can break the seal, or is it no, like someone, uh, or is it her power from the outside can break, the seal itself, like Priscilla's power, residual will, or the power that's inside Cassandra, can help break the cocoon. Because if that is the case, then we would hope that somehow or another Rocky has been able to like somehow hold some of Priscilla's strength from her arm or something like that. I have no idea, but if that is the case, then that would make the most sense. Um, but yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this chapter. Really excited to see where we go from here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. So yeah, peace.